Imagine waking up to the screech of metal being ripped apart at dawn. Your dead wife's memorial gate mangled by a squad of HOA goons led by a self-righteous busybody who thinks she's the queen of suburbia. That's exactly how Jack Thompson's nightmare kicked off in the sleepy cul-de-sacs of Scottsdale, Arizona, where palm trees sway like they're mocking the suffocating rules choking the life out of every yard. But Jack, a quiet software dev who'd lost his Sarah to breast cancer just a year prior, wasn't about to let some clipboard-wielding despot steal his last shred of peace. He'd been plotting his takedown with the patience of a desert scorpion. It started innocently enough, or so Jack thought. He'd poured his grief into that wrought iron gate, etched with swirling desert winds symbolizing renewal. Approved by the HOA's own committee with a rubber stamp letter he kept like a sacred relic next to Sarah's ashes. Then bam, a violation notice slapped in his mailbox, claiming the gate disrupted community harmony and demanding its removal plus a $50 fine. Jack chuckled at first, figuring it was a mix-up. Harmony? In a neighborhood where Mrs. Next door's yappy dog barks like it's auditioning for Armageddon, he muttered to himself, sipping black coffee on his porch as the sun baked the xeriscaped lawn. But Beatrice B. Wilkins, the HOA president, a plump powerhouse in pastel polos who preached order and aesthetics like gospel while her own garage overflowed with junk, had other plans. She cornered Jack at the community mailbox one afternoon, her voice dripping fake sweetness. "Mr. Thompson, we're all about unity here. That gate of yours, it's eccentric. Makes folks uneasy. Like it's screaming, 'Look at me,' in a whisper-only zone." Jack bit his tongue, nodding politely, but inside he seethed, noting how her eyes darted like she was sizing up his property for her next power grab. Rumors started swirling then, whispers at block parties that Jack was unstable, a grieving loose cannon, ignoring sensible rules. His teenage son, Max, came home from school red-faced. "Dad, kids are saying you're fighting the HOA because you're crazy after Mom." Jack hugged him tight, whispering, "Let him talk, kid. Words are cheap, evidence ain't." Things escalated like a bad sitcom scripted by control freaks. BEA's patrols ramped up, her white SUV creeping by Jack's house multiple times a day, sometimes pausing to snap photos like a budget paparazzo. Then the anonymous complaints piled on. Fines for excessive landscaping, his 2 potted cacti, shut off water to his drip system during a heat wave, even garbage skips that magically bypassed his curb. "Community standards must prevail," Bea emailed the whole neighborhood, her tone all pious concern while subtly painting Jack as the villain dragging down property values. Jack's neighbors averted eyes at the store, and Max lost invites to hangouts. But Jack stayed cool, documenting every drive-by, every bogus fine, installing hidden cams that captured BEA's henchmen lurking at night. Oh, the irony. He'd smirk alone in his office. "A bunch of rule enforcers breaking trespass laws to spy on me." The boiling point hit that fateful Sunday. Jack's alarms buzzed at 6 a.m., Bea and her crew rolling up with bolt cutters and a flatbed. Her face puffed with righteous fury as she bellowed through a megaphone. "Non-compliance ends today? For the greater good." They snipped his lock, started yanking the gate like it owed them money. Jack stepped out, shotgun legally in hand, Arizona Castle Doctrine. "Baby." Phone already dialing 911. "Step off my property. Or explain to the cops why you're vandalizing approved decor," he said calmly, voice steady as steel. BEA's eyes bulged. "How dare you threaten us? We're upholding standards." But her crew froze, tools clattering. Cops arrived in minutes, reviewed Jack's footage showing the illegal entry, and slapped cuffs on Bea mid-rant. "This is outrageous. I'm preserving our way of life," as she sputtered excuses, her standards crumbling like cheap iron. Jack felt that sweet rush of justice, the kind that makes you laugh through gritted teeth. In the aftermath, The sheriff's investigation unearthed BEA's dirty laundry, years of bullying other families into submission, all to cling to her HOA throne. She got probation, community service scrubbing park benches, poetic, right? And a ban from any board forever. The HOA coughed up $100,000 in damages, issued a groveling apology, and rewrote rules to curb future tyrants. Jack's Gate, rebuilt stronger, now a neighborhood legend. Max graduated proud. Neighbors waved again, and Jack slept easy, knowing he'd turned grief into grit. But here's the kicker. Was Jack the real hero for standing firm? Or did BEA's greater good nonsense ever have a point? Drop your take below. Who's the true villain in suburbia's petty wars?